The Warner Brothers shield is one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. But it was not born in a boardroom. It was born out of desperation. Four brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack, sons of a Polish immigrant cobbler. They were broke. No money, no backlots, no grand studio. In 1923, they incorporated Warner Brothers Pictures and designed a shield that looked like a coat of arms. They wanted to give their scrappy startup an air of prestige they had not earned yet. Fake it till you make it. And it worked. The very first logo had a photo of the studio building above a WB shield. Literal, functional, trying to prove that these four brothers actually owned a physical space in an industry run by giants. For four guys who started with a portable projector in Pennsylvania, that logo was their way of saying, we are not just dreamers, we have a building. The shield was not just a design, it was a family crest. They were creating their own identity in a country that did not give them one. Outsiders in an industry run by the Big Five studios. The shield was their way of saying they belonged, even when no one else believed it. Now here is where it gets crazy. In 1927, Warner Brothers was on the brink of bankruptcy. Nothing left to lose. So they bet everything on synchronized sound, a technology most of Hollywood laughed off as a gimmick. They released the Jazz Singer, and the WB shield became the first thing audiences saw before hearing a movie talk for the first time. The shield became the face of the sound revolution, the moment that killed the silent era overnight. But here's the tragedy. Sam Warner, the brother who pushed hardest for sound, died the day before the premiere. He never saw the shield become the symbol of the biggest revolution in cinema history. For the remaining brothers, the logo was no longer just a brand. It became a monument to the brother they lost. During the golden age of Hollywood, the shield got simplified into the design we recognize today. It showed up before gritty noir and gangster films, the stuff that gave Warner Brothers its blue-collar reputation. Disney built castles and fairy tales. Warner Brothers built gangster flicks and social dramas. The shield became the symbol of the working class, the forgotten man, the urban struggle. If you saw that shield, you knew you were not getting a lullaby. You were getting the truth, usually delivered by a fast-talking detective or a wisecracking rabbit. Even their animation department reflected this. Disney characters were soft and melodic. Bugs Bunny was a fast-talking, street-smart trickster who survived on his wits. That was the Warner Brothers way. Loud, bold, unapologetic. The logo has been redesigned over a dozen times. Silver, gold, abstract, even stuffed inside a circle. In the 1970s, they tried to replace it with a stylized W, sleek, modern, designed by Saul Bass. But the public outcry and the studio's own internal culture forced them to bring the classic shield back. Because the shield is not just a logo, it is a promise. That modernist W is a fascinating chapter, one of the few times a major studio realized that their old history was actually more valuable than being modern. Since the mid-'80s, the shield has stayed constant, but the background kept changing, floating over clouds, rendered in gold, customized for specific movies. The Matrix got green, Harry Potter got rusted metal. That is the logo's final evolution, no longer just a family crest, a universal icon of storytelling that can fit any world while still keeping the brothers' initials at the center. The shield represents the idea that no matter how many times the industry changes, no matter how many times the studio gets bought and sold, the shield remains, the protector of bold, loud, and revolutionary storytelling. The story of the Warner Brothers shield is not about corporate design. It is about immigrant ambition, high-stakes gambling, and a relentless drive to redefine what it means to tell a story. The One Scholar brothers, that was their real last name, came to America with nothing, built an empire. Their shield is a reminder that the most enduring legacies are not always built on fairy tales. Sometimes they are built on the stubbornness of four brothers who refused to be silenced and a shield that protected their right to speak. The next time you see that shield before a movie, remember that you are not looking at a corporate logo, you are looking at a century of survival. Do you ever pay attention to the WB shield before movies, or do you just skip straight to the film? Drop it in the comments.